0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Book summary. The perfect target market for a startup is a small group of particular people concentrated together and served by few or no competitors. Peter Thiel. Quick summary. 0 to 1 shows why unconventional thinking lies at the heart of great startups. Peter Thiel, the founder of PayPal, says entrepreneurs need to avoid competition, embrace creative monopolies, and make bold definite plans for the future. 1. You create a monopoly when you solve a unique problem, when you do something other companies don't do, or when you do something so well nobody else can offer a reasonably close replacement. All happy companies are different, each one earns a monopoly by solving a unique problem. All failed companies are the same, they failed to escape competition. Great businesses avoid competing. Rather, they build creative monopolies, which means they offer a unique solution to the market, or create a product so excellent nobody can offer a close replacement. 2. From 0 to 1, make the new instead of copying the old. Every moment in business happens only once. The next Bill Gates will not build an operating system. The next Larry Page or Sergey Brin won't make a search engine. And the next Mark Zuckerberg won't create a social network. If you are copying these guys, you aren't learning from them. Thiel says, the next Bill Gates will not build an operating system. Great new businesses are built not by improving or spreading familiar things, but on creating new and unique solutions. 3. The 4 sources of monopoly are technology, networks, scale, and brand. Peter Thiel says technology companies that create an enduring monopoly have a combination of these 4 characteristics. A. Proprietary technology. This means creating a new technology that makes it very difficult for others to copy your product. A good example is Tesla. They succeeded where other electric car companies failed, partly because of their strong technology advances. Tesla engines, batteries, and other components are so good they are used in vehicles made by Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, etc. As a good rule of thumb, proprietary technology must be at least 10 times better than its closest substitute in some important dimension to lead to a real monopolistic advantage. Anything less than an order of magnitude better will probably be perceived as a marginal improvement and will be hard to sell, especially in an already crowded market. B. Network effects. Facebook, Instagram, Airbnb, Uber, Craigslist, eBay, and PayPal. What do all these businesses have in common? Their monopoly is based on something called the network effect. This means the more people that use their product, the more valuable their product becomes. For example, if nobody used eBay, there would be no point for you to visit the website. Yet the more people use eBay, the more useful it becomes. There are more listings for sale if you're looking for something to buy, and more potential buyers browsing if you're looking to sell. Any new auction website has an almost impossible uphill battle, because everyone already goes to eBay for that purpose. C. Economies of scale. Big companies can gain a big advantage over smaller ones simply because they sell a lot more products. Therefore, it becomes cheaper for them to make the products because they can negotiate better deals with suppliers. Their fixed costs can also be spread over a larger number of sales, fixed costs like engineering the product. D. Branding. An appealing brand can become a source of monopoly because obviously only your company can use your name. Companies that create an enduring monopoly, a moat around their castle, so to speak, have these 4 characteristics: proprietary technology, network effects, economies of scale, or branding. 4. Emphasize distribution/sales from the beginning, not as an afterthought. We've all heard sayings like if you build it, they will come, or build a better mousetrap, and the world will beat a path to your door. However, Peter Thiel says this is rarely the truth. In worlds as diverse as finance, law, and academia, the people who rise to the top of these fields are the ones who can make deals, bring in clients, and promote themselves, rather than those who simply have the best technical expertise. We also underestimate the importance of sales because companies usually hide their salespeople behind innocuous titles like account executive. The way PayPal grew was essentially by turning their whole user base into commission salespeople. If you recommended PayPal to your friend and they signed up using your link, then you would both receive $10 each. Yes, this was an expensive strategy, but it caused their number of users to explode into the hundreds of thousands within a few months. A startup must quickly find a profitable way to find new customers through some combination of advertising, marketing, and sales. PayPal paid $20 whenever someone referred a new user, which caused exponential growth. 5. Dominate one small market first, then expand. He says startups should start small. Find a group of people who are not being served, then offer a unique solution to them. That's how to create a monopoly and escape competition. Then after you've dominated the niche market, you can expand into progressively larger markets. Starting small is a common pattern we see in the most successful tech companies. Tesla began with a sports car that cost six figures, then moved to luxury cars, and only much later cars for mainstream buyers. Facebook began with only Harvard students, then only college students, then other students, and eventually everyone. With this strategy, they toppled the existing giant MySpace. PayPal gained traction on eBay by first targeting power sellers. Rather than trying to get the attention of millions of eBay users, PayPal focused on converting only the few thousand highest volume sellers. After 3 months, more than 25% of power sellers used PayPal. This gave PayPal a huge lead over other email payment companies. Trying to win 1% of a gigantic market is usually a path to failure. Instead, create a monopoly by providing a unique solution to a very small niche market. Then progressively expand your target market. 6. Knowing a secret is the cornerstone of great businesses. In 0 to 1, Till writes, whenever I interview someone for a job, I like to ask this question: what important truth do very few people agree with you on? Till says great businesses are centered around secrets, often hidden in plain sight. For example, Airbnb saw what others didn't: the hidden supply of property owners having extra rooms they were willing to rent out at a lower price than expensive hotel rooms. Back then, most people would have scoffed at the idea, saying who in their right mind would let strangers from the internet into their home? 7. Entrepreneurship requires definite future plans rather than diversification. An entrepreneur cannot diversify herself. You cannot run dozens of companies at the same time, and then hope that one of them works out well. Less obvious but just as important, an individual cannot diversify his own life by keeping dozens of equally possible careers in ready reserve. Entrepreneurs must have the attitude of definite optimism, which means creating clear concrete plans for the future. This is contrary to the currently popular indecisive attitude of diversification, iteration, and focus groups. 8. Successful venture funds have mostly failed investments, but one extreme winner. Venture capital means investing in companies at a very early stage that have very high potential for growth. Peter Thiel runs a venture capital firm called the Founders Fund. They invest in technology-related companies. This insight has big practical implications for non-investors too. A small minority of startups will become astronomically successful, and the rest will either fail or remain small. This means most people would be better off joining a rapidly growing venture than founding their own startup. It's far more profitable to own 1% of Google than 100% of most businesses. Tech startup investors tend to get most of their returns from just one huge winning investment. This also means you'll probably be more successful becoming an early employee of a fast-growing startup than founding your own company.